Miss Dingle, when did you find out you were pregnant with Mr. Bale's baby?
I was about 4 months. I don't know exactly.
And did you inform the defendant?
No, because I knew what he'd do.
And what was that?
Batter me for sure. Try and hurt the baby.
But he was providing a roof over your head, food every day. Why would he wish to harm your unborn child?
Because it would get him into trouble, wouldn't it? Having a baby with an underage kid.
But you could have looked after it.
He wouldn't have let me, no way. And there was no chance trying to convince social services.
Why not?
Because I was 14.
I'm sure Mr. Bales could have accessed appropriate support.
No, that wasn't happening, sorry.
You seem very sure about that.
I am sure.
And yet you didn't give Mr. Bales a chance to express his opinion.
No.
There seems to be a lot of second-guessing going on here. Whereas in actual fact, you had no way of knowing whether you'd have been able to keep the baby or not.
It's not even about him. I had a child taken away from me before.
Ah, so this was your second baby?
Yes. The first was with my boyfriend at the time. I was 13, he was 14, and I had no family support.
So because you'd lost one child, you wanted to keep this one. And your failure to do so is why you are blaming Mr. Bales, when you have a history of abdicating responsibility for your children.
I didn't think he'd survived. That's the only reason I left, and I've since repaired my relationship with him. Oh, don't worry, he's not here. You've fixed that with your special connections, haven't you? I mean, banging up your own son to intimidate me.
Miss Dingle, please, refrain from addressing the defendant.
You know, and I know, that you're lying.
I appreciate these questions are emotive, Miss Dingle. I have just a few more. You allege Mr. Bales brought other men to the flat for sexual purposes.
Yes.
Were these the same men or different?
Both.
Do you remember any names?
No, they didn't tell me.
Can you describe any of them?
They looked like coppers.
Really? And what did these coppers look like?
Same as him. Black shoes, black socks.
You're judging their profession by their hosiery.
Well, I know what I know.
So, not only did Mr. Bales hold you captive, he advertised your presence to multiple officers of the law, none of whom you can recall.
Yes, that is it. That is what he did.
Okay. Moving on to 2014. The defendant arrested you, didn't he? For conspiracy to defraud and perverting the course of justice.
Yes.
And were you found guilty of the second offense, perverting the course of justice?
Yes.
And did you serve a prison sentence?
He blackmailed me. He said he would frame my daughter's boyfriend.
But you confessed, didn't you?
Originally, because I thought I had no choice. And then I tried to take it back.
By presenting an alternative version in a court of law. Do you understand justice, Miss Dingle? Or are you manufacturing this whole allegation as revenge against the police officer that sent you to prison?